at your resolutions, and we totally knew that was going to happen. So this is a graph which shows our interest in New Year's resolutions from the beginning of December to the end of January last year. And it's pretty much the same every year, with a great big peak at the 1st of January. But it's round about this time of year where we start to break our resolutions. So even though we break them, the kind of resolutions we make, when we make them and when we break them, actually tells us a lot about ourselves as a society. Jesus, Owen, this thing's a beast. When it comes to New Year's resolutions, there's a lot of falling at the first hurdle. Mostly because a whole lot of you didn't even make them, and another 20% of you kind of don't care either way. And for the 40% of people in the US who do, congratulations. There's actually a long history of resolution making. Babylonians 4,000 years ago had a ritualized way of promising to return borrowed stuff. The Romans did something similar and changed the date of the first of the year to January. And since Christianity, making promises to deities has meant that resolutions have historically been religious. So what has the US set as its goals for 2018? Saving money, losing weight, having more sex, traveling more, reading more, learning a new skill, buying a house, stopping smoking, and finding love. And what do they have in common? They're hilariously selfish. These days, our resolutions are less about God, and they're more about ourselves. And this correlates to the way we feel about religion. Okay, so there have been some ups and downs, but essentially there's been a general decline in our confidence in organized religion over the past 4 decades. And we've got a lot of other things we do to try and improve ourselves. There's been a rise in industries like self-help, plastic surgery, and the demand for everything to be customized. Okay, so people are hilariously optimistic about keeping their New Year's resolutions. But at the end of the day, for every 100 people who make them, ultimately, only 9% of people are going to keep them. But despite the fact that we are really, and I mean really bad at keeping New Year's resolutions, the most irritating thing about them is the fact that studies have shown that if there's something you really want, purely by setting a goal makes you 10 times more likely to achieve it.